A man does something, it's strategic. A woman does the same thing, it's calculated. A man is allowed to react, a woman can only overreact.
I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time.
Taylor Swift, the reigning queen of pop, has made waves with a jaw-dropping announcement that sent shockwaves through both industries. In a bold move that's got everyone talking, the Shake It Off hitmaker has thrown her full support behind Kamala Harris, praising her leadership chops and vision for the nation's future. But don't think for a second that this endorsement is going down smoothly with everyone. Oh no, this bombshell has ignited a firestorm of controversy, with fans and critics alike buzzing with excitement or fuming with anger. And trust me, this drama is just getting warmed up. Now, why is Swift's stamp of approval such a game changer? Well, let's put it this way. When Taylor talks, a small army listens. We're talking about a superstar with a staggering 280 million Instagram followers, a fan base so devoted they'd follow her to the ends of the earth. Her words don't just echo, they resonate, potentially swaying votes and shaping opinions on a massive scale. But hold on to your seats, because there's more to this story than meets the eye. It seems our girl Tay has some unfinished business, and she's not afraid to ruffle a few feathers to set the record straight. Remember those bizarre images floating around, showing Swift cozying up to Trump? Well, she's not having any of it. In a mic drop moment that's left jaws on the floor, Taylor's unleashed a truth bomb that's got the internet in a frenzy. She's taking aim at those AI-generated pics that dared to portray her as a Trump supporter. Can you imagine? Someone had the audacity to try and align the breakup ballad queen with the Donald himself. This isn't just about shaking off haters anymore, folks. Taylor's stepping into the political arena with guns blazing, and she's not pulling any punches. The bad blood singer is clearly seeing red over these manipulated images, and she's determined to set the record straight.
We knew that, first of all, the Trump campaign tends to lie very publicly and is very used to just putting up imagery that is completely untrue.
Our girl Taylor Swift isn't just shaking off the haters. She's taking on the big guns of AI and political manipulation head on. Picture this. Swift, the mastermind behind chart-topping hits, suddenly finds herself in a bizarre AI-generated nightmare. Can you believe it? Someone had the audacity to create fake images of her cozying up to Donald Trump. But Taylor's not one to stay silent when her image is on the line. In a move that's got everyone from diehard Swifties to political pundits sitting up straight, Taylor fired back with the fury of 1,000 breakup songs. She didn't just deny the endorsement, she went full-on crusader against the dangers of AI and misinformation. Talk about turning bad blood into a teachable moment. Now you might be wondering, since when did Taylor Swift become a political heavyweight? Well, let me tell you, this isn't her first rodeo. Remember that time she casually convinced thousands to register to vote with a single Instagram post? That's the kind of influence we're dealing with here, folks. But hold on to your guitar picks because this story's about to hit a high note. Swift isn't just dipping her toes in the political waters, she's diving in head first. She's thrown her full support behind Kamala Harris, praising her as a steady-handed, gifted leader who can bring calm to the chaos. Talk about a ringing endorsement. Of course, this bold move hasn't gone unnoticed by the other side of the aisle. Trump, never one to back down from a Twitter or social media showdown, has hit back with all the subtlety of a wrecking ball. He's not just criticizing her music choices, he's taking aim at her entire career. In a rant that's got everyone from Nashville to DC talking, Trump declared he's not a fan of Taylor. But wait, there's more. He's actually predicting that Swift will pay a price in the marketplace. Is this a case of sour grapes, or is there more to this feud than meets the eye?
But she's a very liberal person. She seems to always endorse a Democrat, and she'll probably pay a price for it in the marketplace.
Trump's not just throwing shade at Taylor, he's playing favorites in the celebrity world. And who's his new golden girl? None other than Brittany Mahomes. That's right, while he's busy dissing Swift, he's singing praises for Mrs. Mahomes, calling her a big Trump fan. Talk about picking sides. Just when you thought this drama couldn't get any more intense, Trump dropped a bombshell that's got social media in an absolute frenzy. Brace yourselves for this. He took to his Truth Social account and, in all caps, because why whisper when you can shout, declared, "I hate Taylor Swift." It's like watching a real-life soap opera unfold before our very eyes. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. this isn't just about music preferences or celebrity feuds. Oh no, this is political chess at its finest, or most bizarre, depending on how you look at it. Trump's outburst isn't just about Taylor's tunes, it's a direct response to her endorsement of Kamala Harris. It seems the former president is feeling the heat from Swift's political influence. Trump's reaction suggests he's not just annoyed, he's genuinely concerned about Taylor's political clout. It's as if he's realized that her army of devoted fans might just be a force to be reckoned with at the ballot box.
And so he's just lashing out because he is physically incapable of not fighting back when his ego feels bruised.
Here's the kicker, Trump's campaign is getting clever with their counterattack. They've started selling merchandise that bears a striking resemblance to Taylor Swift's Eras tour gear. But what really takes this to another level is that Trump's not just taking a jab at Taylor for laughs. There's a calculated strategy behind his moves, and it's part of a bigger game plan.
So what he wants us talking about is whatever crazy nonsense he can thrust into the center of the internet and the media conversation.
Taylor Swift may be a superstar, but that doesn't mean she can influence voters. The real question is, though, is he on point with this claim? Or is it simply an attempt to protect his image and avoid looking affected by her influence?
So what he wants us talking about is whatever crazy nonsense he can thrust into the center of the internet and the media conversation.
But she didn't just stop at words. Oh no, she gave her fans a direct line to civic engagement. And boy, did they respond. Are you sitting down? Because these numbers are going to knock your socks off. In just 24 hours, that's right, a mere day, a staggering 406,000 people clicked on Taylor's voter registration link. We're not talking about a gentle ripple here. This is a full-blown tsunami of democratic participation. But here's the kicker. This isn't Taylor's first rodeo in the world of political influence. She's been wielding her star power like a pro, turning her vast army of Swifties into a force for civic action. It's like she's orchestrating a chart-topping hit. But instead of music sales, she's racking up voter registrations. Now let's zoom out for a second. On one side, we've got Taylor Swift, with millions of fans hanging on her every word, ready to follow her lead not just in fashion and music, but in the voting booth too. On the other, we've got Trump, with his own dedicated base who'd follow him through fire and brimstone. So, what's the end game here?
She gives a rat's tail about potentially losing some fans because that hasn't happened before and she's endorsed before, but we will see what happens.
Let's rewind to September 2023 for a hot second. Taylor Swift, not content with just dominating the music charts, decided to flex her civic muscles once again. And the result? A jaw-dropping 23% surge in voter registrations compared to the previous year. Now you might be scratching your head, wondering if clicking a link really translates to actual votes. Well, let me tell you, the political bigwigs are sitting up and taking notice. They're not just humming along to shake it off anymore, they're seriously eyeing Taylor's influence as a potential game changer, especially when it comes to that elusive young voter demographic. But here's where things get spicier than a pumpkin spice latte in October. Taylor's popularity isn't exactly bipartisan. A poll from October 2023 spilled some serious tea. While 55% of voters overall were vibing with Taylor, the breakdown tells a whole different story. The Dems are all in with a whopping 68% feeling the Swift love. But the GOP? They're a bit more hesitant, with only 43% ready to join the Swiftie ranks. So, what's the big picture here as we hurtle towards the next election? Well, some political pundits are buzzing like a beehive, claiming Taylor's endorsement could be the secret sauce that gets young folks flocking to the polls. We're talking about the potential to tip the scales in a major way. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This isn't just about Taylor Swift anymore. It's about the evolving landscape of political influence, where a pop icon's Instagram post can potentially sway an election more than a traditional campaign ad.
Do you think Taylor Swift stepping in and doing this is going to move votes, is going to make a difference?
Sure, 100%.
The next election just got a whole lot more interesting. Will Taylor's army of Swifties sway the outcome, or will Trump's base stand firm? The stage is set for a showdown that could redefine the intersection of entertainment and politics. As the drama continues to unfold, we're left wondering, in this new political landscape, who will write the next chapter of American history? Will it be decided by policy debates or playlist streams?